This envelope changed everything. My mother slid it across the linen tablecloth, her diamond ring catching the light. My sister hovered, phone ready, pretending this moment mattered. The restaurant seemed to hold its breath. Even the string quartet faltered. Inside wasn't money or a card. It was a disownment letter, signed by all of them. My graduation gift. I folded it once, twice, and stood. No tears. No scene. Just silence and the weight of paper. They thought they'd written my ending. They hadn't realized they'd just begun theirs. Watch closely. Silence can rewrite everything. Growing up, love in our house had metrics. My father, Gregory Thornton, measured it in returns and investments. My mother, Elena Thornton, measured it in appearances. My sister, Sophia, was the perfect combination of both. At dinner parties, I was always introduced last. Sophia basked in attention. I received a polite nod. "And this is Harper," my mother said softly, like introducing a delayed project awaiting approval. Guests glanced at me and moved on. I learned to smile quietly, predictably. Cedar polish and expectation filled the dining room. The chandelier fractured light across my glass. I counted the halos while my father discussed mergers. My mother rehearsed gratitude to donors who mistook vanity for virtue. Sophia glided through these moments effortlessly. Every gesture precise. I studied her as if she were a blueprint. Every pause a measurement. Meanwhile, I worked nights at a cafe near campus. The espresso machine hissed louder than any conversation at home. Here, attention had value, not last names. It was measurable, clean, honest. One Sunday, I came home after a long shift. Sophia was at the kitchen counter. My father poured wine. "We were just talking about you," he said. Sophia didn't look up. "It's character building, Dad," she replied, her edge cutting through polite air. I laughed softly, pretending it didn't sting. I told him I was funding my own tuition. He shrugged. "Degrees don't pay bills, Harper. Numbers do. Remember that." He was already back on Sophia. After that, I stopped trying. I observed, collected data in the way I knew best. Occasionally, hope surfaced. I earned a national research scholarship and sent them the email, waiting. 6 hours later, my mother replied, "So proud of you, sweetheart. Gala tonight. Can we post about it tomorrow?" They never did. That was when I realized attention was currency, and I was the unpaid intern in their empire. That night, crystal glasses clinking. The house itself celebrated my invisibility. Between silence and proof, I found my place. 2 days before graduation, the family chat pinged. A reservation link for Maison Lumière, the same restaurant my mother booked for milestones that weren't mine. Message: pre-graduation dinner for Harper. Dress appropriately. No emojis. No quorums. Just control. I clicked the link. My name wasn't on the guest list. The Thornton family, Gregory, Elena, Sophia. Not a mistake. A statement. Sophia texted privately, "Don't overthink it. It's just formatting." Formatting. That's how they saw me, a variable easily deleted. That night, city lights flickered against my window like static. My inbox glowed with unread messages from professors, classmates, investors, achievements that mattered. None from those whose approval I had long sought. I scrolled old family photos, vacations, holidays, fundraisers. My mother flawless. My father rehearsed. Sophia poised. Me half seen. Clarity hit for the first time. The next morning, an email confirmed my commencement speech and nomination for the Young Leader in Technology Award. Dr. Monroe wrote, "This is your moment, Harper. Own it quietly." Quietly. A lifeline. I closed the laptop. For the first time, my surroundings felt precise. The coffee cup aligned, papers stacked, the clock ticking steadily. My life wasn't chaotic. Not theirs anymore. The night before the dinner, rain drummed against the city. My apartment windows fogged at the corners. Inside, everything was in order. I brewed coffee. Each line of data on my screen another quiet rebellion. I kept records, scholarship forms, award letters, lines of code, time-stamped. What began as research became Pulse Logic, a platform optimizing logistics deliveries. Liam handled analytics. Nina shaped the interface. I, the barista with an MBA, Built the core algorithm. One simulation cut fuel costs by 12%. Proof. At the university startup symposium, Pulse Logic debuted. Dr. Monroe stopped me. Don't sell yourself. Let the data speak. And it did. Polite applause turned to genuine recognition. Derek Wallace, CEO of Northbridge Logistics, approached. You've built something scalable fair. Twice more we met. On the third, he slid a folder across, a letter of intent. Northbridge wanted to acquire Pulse Logic for $6.2 million, plus a director-level position. I didn't sign immediately. I studied every clause, ensuring my system, built from silence and not privilege, remained intact. When I finally signed, it wasn't triumph. It was balance. I built an archive, timestamped, encrypted, every document recorded. That night, printing the transfer letter, the sound of paper hitting the desk was cleaner than applause. I reopened the family chat. My mother had sent a photo of Sophia at a law gala. Proud doesn't begin to cover it. I typed one reply. Graduation dinner confirmed. I'll be there. No emojis. No explanations. I cleaned my apartment meticulously. Everything aligned. Offer letter, degree, a faded childhood card from my mother. To my little dreamer. New documents beneath it. Midnight passed quietly. I slept knowing the envelope at Maison Lumière could not intimidate me. I had already signed a permanent contract with independence. Before sunrise, I dressed in neutral tones, precise. Blazer, hair tied back. Coffee cup 1 inch from the edge. Habit, order proof. Streets damp. My reflection caught in a passing cab, calm. Composed. Recognized. At Maison Lumière, my mother and Sophia readied their performance. Hostess blinked. My name unlisted. Thornton party? I nodded. Inside, expensive indifference. The envelope appeared beside my plate, heavy embossed. My father's authority rehearsed. My mother smiled. Sophia filmed. I opened it. Disowned letter, pristine. My graduation gift. I folded it once, twice, placed it beside my coffee spoon. Thank you, I said, deliberate. Silence thickened. Sophia blinked. My father frowned. My mother's hand hovered. I pulled a gray folder from my bag. Northbridge acquisition, my title. Director of Data Operations, Pulse Logic. Shock broke rehearsed masks. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't smile. Keep the letter. I already have my own. I walked out. City lights reflected ahead. They remained polished and empty. Outside, air sharp, smelling like rain and freedom. Messages, notifications, proof, timestamped, undeniable. The envelope felt light now. Paper and ink, nothing more. Silence had been given. I returned it perfected. Back in my apartment, I set the envelope beside my framed degree. Final documents gleamed. One they erased, one they could not. I brewed coffee, steady, measured. Silence earned. Revenge didn't sound like triumph. It sounded like calm in a quiet room. They wrote me out. I became the footnote they could never erase. Some stories don't end with forgiveness. They end with clarity. I opened the window. The city stretched awake. Trains screeched metal against metal, raw and honest. In the reflection, I saw a woman who no longer needed to explain herself. I folded their letter, placed it behind glass, beside achievements they could never touch. Silence at last didn't feel empty. It felt earned. You just heard a story of betrayal, survival, and quiet revenge. If it left you thinking, hit like, share it forward, and subscribe for more true emotional stories that'll stay with you long after they end. Every click helps another story find its voice.